Alrighty, boys, we are going back live here with Stint 3 of 6. About at the halfway point. So yeah. Been a pretty exciting race so far. Let's hopefully keep that going and keep the excitement high. Alright, so looking at our current leaderboard for the moment, it's still having a little bit of trouble. And these are not up to date, I don't believe, all the way. But we'll have this sitting right here so you can see as it's updated. Scroll through, see what else is happening. Sorry about that. Just readjusting my mic a little bit. Might have been a little bit noisy there for a second. Well, that does not appear to be working at the moment, but could be just that. Give it a refresh, see if anything has changed. Any minute still D lobby is done, so it's definitely not fully up to date. Yeah, that's a good point. It would appear that our entries are in though for B lobby. So at least we can see where the cars in B lobby are versus A lobby, I believe. If that is to be believed, looks like the OTR car, as a result of Eagle, is currently 4th overall in TC. Pretty impressive. Also, anybody in Stint 3 would be greatly appreciative if you were to send me an invite when you are in the lobby for Stint 3. Anybody that is currently going to be racing in C lobby. C? B? B. B lobby. Stint 3. I would greatly appreciate an invite so that I can continue the spectating. Go ahead and do this number real fast, see if we can get that even more up to date. be our 5th. Yeah. It seemed like B lobbies being pretty damn competitive so far. With A lobby guys. Let's see here. See who my lobby host is for this. Okay, should be Darkser. Darkser I can join off of. Should be able to join off of. At least. An A lobby PDF, the NIS quality queued. Yeah, I did see that. Which was interesting situation to say the least. Houston 4-pence just got confirmed. Ah, good. Don't ever want to see somebody get smacked with a penalty for something like that. Welcome back, Retro. Let's try and see if I can't join Darkser. Hey, there's the game invite right there. Killed him, he didn't in the party, so he petted. Oh, interesting. Why am I in a Myers Manx? When is the next start? Coming shortly. Just got into the lobby, so should be here any minute now. Interesting skybox we have here. My text scroll is correct, my title is correct. Who's the next GPR racer? That I do not know. Let's see if we can't find out. Breaker? Ah, gotcha. You think they let me race with my Myers Manx in this? I mean, it's basically just the GT car, right? .6, gotcha. Oh boy, blackouts in the Tinder car. This is gonna be interesting. Oh boy, we got Eam in the SSR car as well. A lot of new faces. Mo, Astanesh, Jork. 13. Ah, gotcha. Hey, there's Arash. You hate to see it. Love the idea of an RS3 as a Skoda. Yeah, that it is. Alrighty guys, here we go. Getting ready for the beginning of Stint 3. Let's see if it actually... We go from the beginning here. Victor in the car for LSEM. Should be a good show. Alrighty. Here we go. Stint 3 with some wild tire warming strategies and brake checking going on. This is our last day stint. We're almost at the halfway point. Doesn't really feel like it's already been 4 hours, but here we are. Everybody seems to be away cleanly in GT. It's like Victor had a slow start there. Oh, with Balatic with a deep dive. Victor loses out on many places there. Darks are making full advantage of it, along with Crickley. Out in front, Alpina is ahead, followed by Ferrari BSS. That Scotty guy. That Scotty guy is definitely under... Uh-oh. Is that a DC? Or is that a restart? No, that's just Forza being Forza, I guess. This is quite the GT gaggle of cars here. Drive an event? Yeah, I drive most of the events. Do commentary work as a side, but recently it's just been commentary only. Back in TC, OTR Mo is in the lead, followed by Norbert, Scarhand, Saint, Blackout. Blackout's going to be one to watch. Is that Scotty guy going for the immediate stop? Interesting strategy. Not sure if he had damage. I would think that he would have to have had damage here. Darks are kind of hung out to dry there. Is it a standing start? And it's not a standing start. Alpina and Ferrari BSS kind of getting away from the rest of this. There is a lot of traffic going together back there. Darks are with a good move there. Back here, there's cars every which way. Victor back up into 7th now. Eam trying to get on around the inside. Jork losing out a few spots there. Where they start, that line right there, coming out of that hairpin. I will point it out next time by. Looks like Darkster's trying it on, who is that? That is, whoa. Looks like Darkster got together with whoever that was. Jork getting a pass there. Let's go check on on TC here. Not forgetting about them. Looks like we got quite a gaggle here. Blackout's already up into 3rd. I think we'll see Blackout start to properly challenge the rest of them. Okay, maybe the TC battle was not nearly as intense as I thought it was. You still see all kinds of positions being changed around here. Raven, Garmite, Eam, Jork. Who is that up there for AWR? Is that Conquer still? That is Conquer. How many players driving this lobby? 23. Eam with a dive bomb and a half. Kind of hit Garment there. Lost out spots. Alright, well, gonna jump forwards a little bit. Right with drive here. Balatic trying to take Darkster. Out front, it's still Alpina with Ferrari BSS right behind. He was nervous, yeah. Didn't look very nervous there. That was a brave send. Looks like Politic is trying it on Darkster. Drive getting a little locked up there. Too brave? Yeah, maybe a little bit. He's finished Stint 2, about to start Stint 3. Hey, GG Barney. Good luck, my man. Darmite and Raven still very much in contest with each other. Scarhand and Saint racing hard. Scotty's making his way back up through the field. Arash has fallen back a little bit. Not sure what's happened there. Blackout's now starting to pressure Norbert for second. Mo is starting to grow a little bit of a gap. Scarhand and Saint, we're going to jump to that. That seems to be quite the battle going on there. Well, maybe it's not. Right, BSS fighting for the lead in GT? Yes he is, actually. Oh, hey. Yeah, he just took the lead. We're actually going to jump to that. I didn't realize that that was happening like that. Ferrari BSS just took the lead from Alpina. I was not paying attention. Good catch there, Outlaw. Yeah, we do have a battle ongoing for the lead in GT. We also have Crickley and Darkser. Darkser trying to take Crickley. They're side by side right now. Victor still trying to get past Balitak. Or Balatic. God, that name is just, it confuses my brain. Blackout is on Norbert now. Arish has gotten back past Oliver. Working on Eam. Gotta say, Ferrari VSS and Alpina starting to leave the field a little bit now. Things are settling down. We'll see what's happening. If anybody can go along with them. Breaker in a solid third at the moment. Looks like Crickley held off Darkser. Darkser's now under attack from Balatic, and Balatic just made it past Darkser. Looks like Victor's gonna try and cause a get past as well. Go back to that fight. Monitor things happening in GT. Who is that stopped there? Is that Scotty guy? Who's the other GT car there? It's Eam. Eam had to pit. I'm not sure if that was an early pit or if that was for damage. Did not see it. For Blackout still giving pressure to Norbert here. Go watch Blackout for a little bit. And the Tinder try to take the Skoda. See if Blackout can get by here as Eam is coming through now. As Norbert makes a little bit of a mistake. Blackout with a tap, spins him, collects Eam in the process. Not sure if that was just force of physics or how exactly that occurred. That didn't look like it was a clear-cut hit from Blackout. Eam did not get damaged as a result of that, somehow. Norbert did not either. That makes me think it was just Forza physics. Being Forza physics. But elsewhere, Ferrari BSS has confidently made it past Alpina and now holds a 2-second lead. Alpina under threat from Breiker. Crickley, Balatic, Darkster, Victor still very close together with DDM Drive in there as well. Gonna jump to that. Looks like Drive's having a go at Victor. Made it past Victor. I mean, Victor's gonna try and send it back up and get the reversal. Not quite. Just thinking about it. And solidly closed the door on. A little bit of the slide there. As Balatic gets a little loose there. UK or USA? I am US. Conquer and Scottish guy seem to have pitted early together. Very close together on track. Eam is finally starting to make his way out of all of that. Blackout is fighting the Saint. Yeah, there's a lot of TC battle going on right there. The record on Silverstone? I did not put any laps in preparation for this because I was not going to be running it. Saint and Blackout having a nice scrap together. Looks like Scarhand's trying to get involved as well. D-Lobby is done. Nice. Bump up to Yama here. I wouldn't know what my top time around Silverstone in a GT car is off the top of my head. Scarhand with a little bit of a lockup there. Blackout trying up the inside with a commanding pass there on the Saint. Elsewhere, Yama here gets past Scarhand. Looks like Astenash is going to have a run at Scarhand. Going to bounce back to them. Going side by side. Blackout firmly ahead of Saint for the moment. Going down to Maggots and Beckett's to see what Astenash can do to get past Scarhand here. For anything else happening in GT, Balatic and Darks are still very much going at it, along with Crickley. Crickley's in that mix as well. Victor back down to 8th at the moment. Garmite and Raven having a nice scrap as well. See if Astenash can get past here. Looks like the answer is yes. Does not quite have the best line going in here. Alright, looks like that is pass completed there on Scarhand. Astenash moves up into another position. I say another position because I don't know what position that is off the top of my head within class. I'm going to jump to this battle. Balatic, Darkser, and Crickley. These two have been swapping back and forth, it would seem. Out front, looks like the OTR trend is continuing in TC. OTR Mo with an almost 6-second gap over Blackout. But if I know Blackout, he has the pace to reel him in, so we might see something going down there eventually. Blackout still not safe from Saint yet, though. Yamahira is still involved as well. Scarhand and Astenash pretty close together as well. Oliver bringing up the rear. Norbert not far behind. Those two racing for position. Arash kind of in the middle of nowhere at the moment. Raven and Garmite still very close together. Not as close as these two, though. Looks like Breiker and Alpina are fighting for second. Gonna jump to that real quick. Boy, are they ever. Breiker is all over Alpina. A little bit of a tap there. So broken after. Ah, jeez, dude. Yeah, that's about how I am every time I do a one of these commentary streams. My voice is just gone at the end of it because I'm talking for 12 hours straight or 24, whichever the race is. And this is a fantastic battle between Bryker and Alpina here. Bryker clearly the faster car, trying to get past Alpina. Alpina taking the very defensive stance, managing to hold him back just barely. Elsewhere, Darkser still managed to hold it ahead of Balatic, with Crickley not too far up the road from either of them. Victor under threat from Jork. Elsewhere, confirmation that I'm done for the race. Time to open cold one. Nice. Still very close down in TC right now. Yamahir, the Saint, and Blackout all duking it out for second. Bit of a deep dive there from Bryker. Out front in GT, Ferrari BSS. Dreams to drive 24 hours. Le Mans for 12 hours. Oh yeah. Same here, dude. Ooh, Bryker trying up the inside. I think he's gonna have it here. Look at the grip of the Aston there. Just dwarfed that of Alpina and the McLaren. Fantastic pass there. Well, looks like Alpina might not be done yet, and it looks like everybody else is coming to play too. Any idea on the next endurance track? I would say Suzuka. Remember doing 12 hours of the Le Mans 24 a couple months ago? Yeah, that was a fun one. As Alpina trying a very aggressive inside line. Bryker going a little bit wide. Alpina right back up in the mix. Crickley's not too far behind, wheel to wheel. Alpina has the better line here, but we've seen that Aston has grip like nobody's business. Suzuka would be fun. Yeah. Last year around this time, or around that time, they had the Suzuka 10 hour? I think 10 hours of Suzuka? In Legacy GT1 and GTS cars. So, yeah. That is one that if we have an endurance race at Suzuka, I will definitely be driving in it, in addition to commentary. And then, ending out the year, should be the Nürburgring. Scarhand making his first stop. Spa probably. Oh yeah, Spa as well. I didn't think about that. It's like Balatic's trying at Darkser, who's trying at Crickley. I'm just going off of what happened last year. TORA Spa 24. Will be interesting. Looks like we got GTs in the pit lane. We got somebody off over there, actually. Hold on, who's that? That is not the pit lane at all. That was Crickley, I think. Crickley taking damage. Not sure who he got involved with. Victor's in the pit lane. Not sure what's happened there. It's combined. It's like the proper Nürburgring 24 hour. Yeah, Crickley with damage there. Alright. That's unfortunate for Crickley. Not sure who he was involved with that led to that damage, but the damage is definitely there. BLN layout? Yeah, exactly. Darkser seems to have lost out to Balatic at some point. Darkser going a little all over the place. Does he have damage as well? No. He's going a little wide. He's on the death toll already. Yeah. Alright, well, Darks are kind of falling behind there. There's still very much a battle for second. It looks like Alpina has gotten back past Bryker at some point. Bryker diving for the pit lane. Now we have two OTR cars running second and third. GP chicane on the VLN M24 layout. Yeah, true. Drive in as well in pits. What's happened in TC lately? Looks like Mo is still growing that lead a little bit, followed by Blackout. Saint and Yamahir have fallen back a little bit. Ash up to 5th in class. Arash and Norbert having a good battle. We're going to bounce to that. Or maybe that was the end of the battle. Not sure. Well, looking elsewhere, it looks like first round of stops are starting to happen. 24 was last year. Yeah, I know. We still have 2 more races within this calendar year. Yeah, I'm expecting at least one of those to come back. Like, I would be very surprised if we didn't do the Nürburgring 24 again. Well, according to our endurance calendar, we only have 2 slots left, so interesting. Yeah, Nürburgring 24 was a fun one, even if I had an awful time in it. Just had horrible luck. How far back is Blackout? Blackout is 5.5 seconds at the moment, truth. And he is still under pressure from Saint. Looks like Arash has not really been able to challenge Norbert so much this time. We're going to bounce up to that Saint and Blackout fight. For anything else, Drive and Scotty pretty close together. Conquer and Breaker. Breaker having made an earlier stop than Conquer. Conquer yet to stop. Still out front for BSS, 5.6 over Alpina. Then Balatic. Darkster in close companionship with them. Then we have Jork, Breaker, Raven, Conquer, Breaker again. Okay. Scotty, Drive, Victor, Eam, Crickley, and GT. But that is about halfway through the pit cycle, so that is not a true reading of where the field stands right now. But more or less, as it stands right now, NTC is accurate, to my knowledge. We have Mo out front, 5.2 over Blackout. Blackout's kind of reeling that gap in a little bit. Closely followed by Saint, Yamahir, Astanash, Norbert, Arash, Oliver, Scarhand. Scarhand I know has made a stop. I don't know if that was for damage or if that was a scheduled stop, but I know he has made a stop. Seems to be in a great run, going for overall finish. Oh yeah, dude. It looks like somebody's off over there. That is Crickley. Crickley with damage. Again. I believe he's already been in once to repair the damage he incurred before, but that's more damage for Crickley. Not been a good stint so far for him. Looks like we have that battle for second overall heating up. Looks like Balatic has gotten past the OTR sister car. live timing has become kill as well, apparently. Let me try and fix that. Oh, there it goes. It's alive now. Yeah, Eagle did incredibly well during those first two stints. Well, Bolitic seems to have gotten right on past Alpina there. It's quickly back into the pit lane again. Darks are taking full advantage of the track limits there, as he tries to chase down the two OTR McLarens. Victor currently running in 12th. Instagram page? No, I do not. I mean, I have a personal one, and it looks like all three of these guys are coming into the pits right now. Only social I use really is Twitter, and use is a very loose word. And Darkster just went straight under the McLaren. Darkster goes straight under another McLaren. Jork has current lead right now. Things are definitely spreading out in TC. Oh, that's just like a random car. I was about to say, like, who stopped in the pit lane? There's Conquer currently running 4th. Whoa, a little bit of a lag spike there. Bolitic making his way past Conquer. Conquer and Bryker yet to... No, Bryker has pit, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Bryker pit early, so this is for position. Completely endangering the pit crew and drivers. Yeah. Who? What? How did I get the Raven? You guys saw it, right? I had Bryker selected and then put me on Raven. Looks like the entire TC field is coming in this time, with the exception of, who is that staying out? That is Astanash staying out. All of the top teams coming in, though, for their first stop together in TC. Currently out front, we still have Jork, but he is yet to pit. Darks are just about dying on the tire wall there. That could not have been closer. Jesus. Looks like Alpina's still struggling to get past Conquer. Conquer yet to make a stop, though. Out front, Ferrari BSS still holds about 5.5 seconds over Bolitic. But remember, Jork and Conquer have yet to pit, so they are not actually where they say. Victor has not had too great of a stint this time so far. Looks like Scarhan and Oliver having a little bit of a scrap back there. Yamasphere, Saint as well, pretty close together on track. Looks like Norbert and Arash have yet to pit, I believe. They're currently out front along with Ashton Ash. Nice little pack of GT cars here. Not a lot of action happening, though. Nobody really able to pull away from each other here, despite being in rather different places on track minus pit cycles. Let's go watch this battle between Scarhand and Oliver here. There's another TC that we haven't seen very much of. As Oliver gets on the curbs a little bit and gets a little slidey there. Oh, gets the sim snap. Oh, oh no. I don't know if that's a lot worse than it looked or not. There was damage there, but that could have been a lot worse had that car bounced in the middle of the road. That would have been a lot of GT cars piling right into it. Who was it that hit the... I think that was Conker. Conker definitely fell back a little bit. Conker did get damaged as a result of that. So I guess he's making his first stop right about now. Looks like we've had somebody DC as well. Didn't see that, but Crickley has DNF'd. He was having a pretty poor stint as is. A DNF is just... or a DC is just insult to injury. Now Bryker, Darkser, and Alpina are still rather close on track. Scotty and Jork are as well. We're going to watch them. This is TDM Drive, not Jork or Scotty. There we go. That's who I wanted to watch. Been a pretty intense 40-some minutes so far. I guess half hour or so. Scarhand with a little bit of a slide up there. Jork looking a little loose there. Victor's currently running 10th. Arash is being caught by Mo. I'm not sure if Arash is just yet to pit or Arash is yet to pit. Coming in right now. Mo reclaims the lead in TC. With Blackout 3.9 seconds behind. Jork a little bit out of sorts there. Mercedes having to check up in a little bit of a strange way there. Saint still clinging to the back of Blackout pretty consistently. The Blackout has definitely been making waves towards Mo, and I think that we could see a pretty solid fight there. Never mind, that's not Saint stuck to the back of Blackout. That's Yama here pressuring Saint. My apologies. Darkser and Alpina still very close together. Correct me if I'm wrong, OTR guys, but wasn't Alpina at one point driving for SGR? I want to say that there was an Alpina in Scrubs Go Racing, but might be somebody else. Or no, it was like BCR Alpina, I think. Eam tire wear, absolutely. Shane, let's find out. I know Eam had to pit very early on, so he's probably, yeah, he's 50% on his fronts, 35s on the rears, 43% fuel. I think he's about 2/3 of his way through this pit cycle, if I had to guess. I know he had to make an earlier stop, I think due to damage with a touring car. Don't know about that for sure, the damage part, but I know he did make an early stop. Yama here is chasing down the Saint. Come back and get the miles. If he keeps himself out of trouble, yeah, I think so. He was definitely caught up in quite a lot of traffic early on. I think that's what the incident that put him back there was just traffic being too close. Scotty and Jork are still rather close together. Yama here is not actually pressured. Saint, like I thought, Scotty is a lot closer to Jork now. We're gonna ride on board with them. Darks are still sticking close to Alpina. Not really had any impression, or lasting impression at the least. Who's that far back there? There's GRT Oliver. Having the best stint, it would seem. Scotty going a little deep there. Hey, Beast Shadow. Where was that fight with Hurricane? Like, every time that fight, you would, like, Hurricane would get close, and it would start to be a really good duel, and then you'd pit, and you'd find a lot of time on him in the pits. But still, good stint, man. It was just like that battle was, you just cursed every time. Yeah, I guess I did. So in other words, you're welcome, Beast Shadow. Because every time I went to, Hurricane expecting him to start, like, putting you under pressure and, like, a lot of overtaking and stuff, he just fell right back. So, you're welcome. Hold on. Raven and Victor. Exactly who's going on who there. Well, that battle just ended, so this is where we're going. Come on, Victor, hold him back. Commentary curse is a very powerful thing. Yeah. Was Raven has gotten right past Victor there. A smooth little move, even though it was on my own team. Gotta commend. That was a very good move by Raven. What else we got going on? Anything interesting? Actually, a bit confused at that. It somehow do very good outlaps. In the back marker at the end, though. Yeah. I saw it on the track map. I didn't get to watch it. And we saw it at the very end. Like, we saw it right at the end. That you got caught up on it, and that you two were right on top of each other. Like, it was several seconds to go. I just barely caught it. Blackout getting run on by Darkster. Darkster still trying to catch Alpina here. Not really had too big of an impression on Alpina. That's been a pretty consistent gap at about half a second. Out front still, Ferrari BSS. Pretty uncontested at the moment. About a 5-second gap over Bolitic. With Alpina 2.5 back from that. Ooh, Alpina got held up big time by his teammate there, Mo. Darks are going for it. Going for both of them. Alpina just got held up hardcore by that. Our TC leader has gotten very much into the way of a team car. And Darkster takes full advantage and gets past Alpina up into third. It's like Ashton Ash and Yama here having a little bit of a scrap. Go check that out. Fun fact number 5, Silverstone is between the counties of Buckinghamshire and Northamptonshire. Did not know that. My UK geography consists of Wales, Scotland, Northern Ireland, Ireland, and Britain. That's about all I know. That and where maybe a few cities are. How's Blackout doing? Blackout's doing pretty alright. He is chasing down Mo right now. That gap has been steadily coming down, so I'm expecting to see a fight for the lead here eventually. Currently running second, closing down Mo. Alpina's having a run at Darkser again. Might have to bounce back to that battle. At least gonna keep an eye on that gap. 4/10 of a second at the moment. Looks like that's Eam in the pits right now. I believe that's the second stop. There's Victor right there. Currently running 10th. Now here getting a little bit slidey there, trying to get some traction out of the corner. Ashton Ash not really able to capitalize too much on it. Alpina still staying close to Darkser. Not really, it's really just the situation we had before, but reversed. Garmite and Jork are right on top of each other. See how this race is going. Still only had one DC for the entire race so far. And that is Crickley. A little bit of an interesting line Garmite was trying to take there. Lost quite a bit of time to Jork there. Elsewhere, Alpina and Darks are still 4/10 between those two. For IPSS, opening that up to 5 seconds over Balatic now. Jork going a little bit wide there. A little bit of a tap on the bumper there. This is definitely getting close. Trying to monitor for anything else happening right now. Blackout's fallen back a little bit on Mo. Went from a 2.2 to a 2.6 gap there. Still gonna have to pay attention to that. Ashton Ash is still behind Yama here. Not quite able to get past just yet. Got a few battles developing here. Alpina and Darks are definitely getting close. Gonna jump to that. Ashton Ash getting very close to Yama here. Might have just made the pass. No, not quite. Elsewhere, Alpina going a little bit wide there, trying to get past Darkser still. Coming up through Magnus and Beckett's. There's the tire wall Darkser almost became deceased on earlier in the race. Still amazed that he did not end up dead in that tire wall. Let's see here. Garmite's still falling a good bit way back from Jork. Gap's grown to almost a second. Alpina still managing to stay right with Darkser, not really having any impression on him though. Blackout starting to bring that gap back down a little bit for the lead of TC. Darkser taking a interesting line there, all over the front straight. Not exactly sure what his reasoning was there. Didn't seem to do him any favors, as now Alpina's right back on his bumper. All the while, Politic has been able to grow his second place gap over Darkser a little bit, as these two are dueling. It's the closest Alpina's been in a while. He's got the better run. No, he doesn't. The Lambo's top end is coming in right now. Alpina taking it smart, not trying anything deep on the brakes. Darkser planting it firmly right where Alpina would need to be able to pass. Gap between Blackout and Mo is coming down for sure. It's now just about 2 seconds, 2.2. Ashton Ash is still behind Yamahir, falling back a little bit. That's about the closest fights we still have. Garmite's caught back up to Jork, actually. 3/10 between them. Pretty close. Somebody's in the pit lane. That is Scarhand. Eresh still running a little bit of a lonely 8th in class, I believe. Was that 6th? It's 6th. It's actually 7th. Norbert is in 6th in GT. It's TC. Right, we had a GT car drop out. That's why my timings are off. Your Garmite and Jork still right on top of each other, as are Alpina and Darkser. How's Blackout doing? Blackout is currently chasing down the leader. He's currently in 2nd, and that gap has been hovering right around 2.2 seconds. Blackout reeled him in a little bit, but then let him back out in other places on the track. But I believe that Blackout is a little bit faster, and we should see some battles going on there. We have a GT car in the pit lane. Not sure who exactly that is. That is that Victor? That was DDM Drive in the pit lane, actually. Where's Victor? Victor's currently running 9th. That's where he is. Darks are a little bit out of sorts there. Alpina closing up a little bit. Garmite and Jork. Garmite has gotten past Jork. Garmite moves up in 6th and is starting to leave Jork behind a little bit. Good defensive effort there by Jork, but Garmite was able to slip by. Is now starting to grow that gap up a little bit. Alpina's got a good run here on Darkser, closing up the gap a little bit. I really thought we were going to see Bryker in this mix a little bit more, but Bryker still remains 5th. About 2.5 seconds adrift of this battle for 3rd. I saw him scrapping it out earlier on, but not really quite so much anymore. Looks like Garmite in the pit lane. Garmite is in the pit lane, making presumably a 2nd stop. We are just now approaching halfway through Stint 3. We're halfway to the halfway point. Not really, but kind of. We're halfway through the point before the halfway point. Yeah. Or something. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and do well, it's middle of pit strat cycles. Oh, Darks are a little bit wide there. Alpina closing right back up again. Blackout is finally making a large impression on Mo. We might see a battle for TC lead going on here shortly. Gap's down to 1.8 from 2.2. Blackout is catching. It's a battle I look forward to seeing. We haven't seen a battle for the TC lead at all yet this race. Ferrari BSS has lost a little bit of time to Bolitic. It was over 5 seconds at one point. It's come down a little bit since then. Perhaps we might see a battle eventually for the lead of GT as well. Looking elsewhere, Ashton Ash is kind of just staying right back behind Yamahir. Not quite so much on the charge anymore. That gap's been pretty stagnant for a little while. We're still watching the closest battle on track at the moment. Victor's moved up past Conquer. Victor currently running in 8th. Blackout still slowly chipping away at Mo's lead. That is how things currently stand. Still watching the closest two cars on track for position. And Bryker is kind of starting to catch just a little bit back there. It's closer to a 3-second gap at one point. Darkser seems to be stretching over Alpino a little bit. Hold on, Conquer and Victor. Let's go see what's going on back here. These are neither of those folks. Here that Conquer is catching Victor. But hopefully Victor can stay ahead. One could hope. With the adventurous dive there from Conquer alongside Victor. Victor manages to keep it ahead. Oh, never mind. Victor goes for the pit lane. And the battle I thought we were going to watch is gone. Looks like we got several GT cars in the pit lane. Who all is that? That is Darkser and Bryker, Raven, Victor. So the second pit cycle for GT is most definitely happening underway right now. Blackout still managing to take a little bit of time out of Mo's lead all the time. Under a 1.2 second gap there. We got Ashton Ash catching Yamahir very quickly. And Ashton Ash getting past. That's because Yamahir is in the pit lane. I see. Looks like Raven and Eam are having a little bit of a scrap. Let's see what's going on here. Raven seems to have a little bit of a speed advantage, not trying it deep there. Let's see here. that's how things currently stand. Not a whole lot happening right now. Yama here racing Arash, actually. Let's go see what's going on there. Arash has been passed. That's what's happening there. Alright, back to this. Raven versus Eam. Alright, guess we'll just ride with this battle for a little bit. Sorry if my commentary is starting to trail off a little bit, guys. Trying to fight back some sleepiness and such. But, hey, trying to stay as engaged as I can to bring you all of this excitement as best as I physically can. And I'm probably talking in circles a little bit. Hydrate, you got it, man. Stay hydrated, boys. Coffee? Yeah. I don't think I have any this time. I didn't prepare because this wasn't a 24, so, you know. I didn't think I'd need it as bad. But hey, we're almost halfway through. We'll probably make it. No, I know I don't be able to make it. It'll just be maybe rough during Stint 5. You're running a little bit wide there. Eam with a little bit of a mistake there. Raven's taking full advantage of it. Going side by side into Maggots and Beckett's. A little bit of a touch. Raven takes full advantage. Eam not really able to mount quite the counterattack that I think he's looking to. Unless he's going to get alongside here. Mercedes seems to have a little bit more power. But he's going to go for it up the inside here. Going side by side, going a little bit too deep. Couldn't quite defend it, but Raven goes on a lawnmower adventure. Eam manages to hold the position. Good little scrap here. Elsewhere, it's happening. Blackout has officially caught Mo, and we're about to see a battle for the lead of TC. This should be exciting. How is Scarhand doing? Scarhand, I know, had quite a time. He spun and ended up getting damaged, so he's had to pit for damage once, Warrior. So he's not had the best of Stint. Currently running 21st. Alright, we're going to leave this Eam battle and go to the battle for the lead of TC. This is the first time we've seen a challenge for the lead on track of TC. Or really anywhere. Because so far it's just been OTR domination. Looks like Blackout has something to say about that. And we might see a change. I believe these two are on the same pit cycle, and this is just off of pure pace that these two have caught each other. Could be wrong, though. That is Alpina in the pit lane, followed by Jork. Ferrari VSS has already made his second stop, it would seem. Looks like Ferrari VSS is going to come out and retain the lead. Politics coming out right now, so is Darkser. Darkser should have Alpina still, I think. He does. Conquer has Alpina as well. Yes, he does. So Alpina, after pitting from 4th, back now into 5th. Riker not too far down the road. Well, a little bit down the road, but realistically not too far. Oh, well. Blackout pits. Looks like our fight for the lead is going to be a little bit delayed. Looks like we got a fight between Scotty and Jorg here. Yes, we do. Going side by side, wheel to wheel. Onto the straight. Scotty ahead for now. See if Jorg does some deep braking. Not quite able to come alongside just yet. Looks like Eam has managed to stay ahead of Raven. Still a close little, still close on track, but Eam is still ahead of Raven at the moment. See if Jorg has anything for Scotty. Norbert in the pit lane. Looks like Arash is challenging Scarhand here. Raven's having another go at Eam. We're going to bounce back to that because that was a pretty exciting battle we saw before. And you can kind of see up ahead the battle between Jorg and Scotty. Jorg's still behind. Who was it we saw in GT that had the first lap pit stop? Or after the first lap, that I was very confused about. It might have been Eam, but I don't think so. It was Eam? Okay. Interesting. Then he's on a very different strategy than the rest of these folks. So, it'll be interesting to see where he filters out once all the stops have been made. Here. So pretty close scrap there. Jorg still managing to stay in touch with Scotty. That's Mo in the pits right now. Blackout coming through. We're gonna ride with Blackout, see how this filters out. Hoping to see the battle happen on track, but who knows? Blackout might jump him. See on the map, he's in motion. Okay, whoa. Well, due to some Forza voodoo, it would appear that Blackout has gained more than a second over Mo while Mo was in the pits. Well, that's not exactly how I expected that to go down, but hey, we now have a new TC leader on the track that is not an OTR car. That is the first time we've seen that happen yet this race. And also Raven still behind Eam. Jorg still behind Scotty. Those two battles are still as they were. But yeah, change in position for TC lead. Some Forza fuckery happens as Mo's coming out of the pit lane. Blackout ends up over a second ahead. I'm not sure if that was just Forza fuckery or if Blackout spent some time doing the best laps he's done all race and just managed to completely leapfrog Mo, but not exactly sure how that occurred, but either way, Blackout is for sure ahead of Eam? Mo. Looks like those two battles are pretty good. Jorg's 3/10 off Scotty. Raven is 4/10 off Eam. Doesn't look like there's going to be too big of a change between the two of them. We're going to jump to Jorg because that's actually the closest of the two. Scotty going a little bit wide. I think Jorg's going to have a good exit here. Might be able to make something happen. Might be wrong though. Jork's definitely closing the gap right now. Angle is not going to be easy to make it happen though. Scotty going a little bit wide out there. Going to lose some time. This is really spicing up. The Blackout apparently has just been reserving his pace and is now just putting Mo to sleep. The gap's now over 2 seconds. It looks like Jork's going to have a good run here at Scotty. Going to be a drag race. Don't want to really be on the outside here. Jork is ahead at the moment. I think Jork has made that pass stick. Elsewhere, Ashton Ash has gotten past Yama here for 4th. Saint running a lonely 3rd at the moment. Looks like Jork has successfully gotten past there. Conquering the pit lane. Who else is that in the pit lane? That is Scotty. Well, maybe not exactly how I saw it going down. Eam has grown his gap over Raven to just over a second. Yama here is pressuring Aston Ash. Go ahead and watch with this. Not sure which one of these two is the faster car. They've been running close together the whole race. Or the whole stint, rather. So we shall see how this one ends up. Yama here has definitely closed that gap down. It's getting rather close. Alright, looking elsewhere, trying not to get too distracted. Eam is now set his sights on Conquer. Raven still not too far back. Down at P4. Yes. Darkster made it past. In the pits, actually. No, Darkster made a good move. Got past Alpina. Medium drive. Putting a little bit of pressure on Breaker. Victor currently running 12th. He's made his 2nd stop already, though. Blackout still managing to grow that lead over Mo just a little bit. No, Blackout has... Blackout pitted early, and then by the time Mo pitted and came out of the pits, Blackout was over a second ahead. So Blackout put in some crazy laps to do the undercut. I was really looking forward to a great on-track battle between the two, but it didn't happen. But great on-track battle we're having right now between Aston Ash and Yama here. Aston Ash just barely keeping the advantage alive there. For the 2nd time. I believe that these two are on the same strategy. So yes, I want to say they have both made 2 stops. I seem to be having issues in Stint 1. Yeah, for sure. I think this is a much more accurate representation of the pace. Yama here is still pressuring, trying to get past. Seemed unrealistic. Yeah. Might have had a coming together and problem of that sort. Blackout still continuing to grow the lead over Mo. Still just a little bit disappointed that we didn't get to see a great TC battle between those two for the lead. But instead, a great strategic move. Comes down in P33 after Stint 2. Jeez, dude. That's pretty rough. Somebody exiting the pits right there. The Scarhand exiting the pits. It's really our closest battle on track right now. Darkser is catching Volatic, who is catching Ferrari BSS. Ferrari BSS used to have a 5-second lead. Looks like Volatic's just starting to put in some good laps. Starting to reel him down a little bit. We could have a scrap for the lead in GT not too long ago. The race more than just Stint 1 in the end I am. Oh, that sucks, dude. Speaking of Ferrari BSS, there he goes right there. My gnome race today. Ah, gotcha. Gnome. At least he's not a Gnoblin nor a Gnelf. And there goes Volatic. A little bit of a tap there. Volatic getting into the back of Ashton Ash a little bit there. Not really going to help him chase down Ferrari BSS there at all. The gap in GT. It was down to under 3 seconds, but due to Volatic getting caught up on some of these TC cars, it has grown back to 3.6. A little bit of a tap there from Yamahir on Aston Ash. Hello, Darkser. Very spread out field right now. Much more spread out than last stint, I would say. Still got one or two battles going on track, but for the most part, a bit more lax of a stream. Yami Racing, yep. Looks like we could see a little bit of a battle there eventually between Jork, Conquer, Eam, and Raven. Well, maybe not Raven. A bit of a disappointing stint for Victor, fortunately. But hey, everybody has bad stints. And Yamahir has decided to pit this lap. Looks like several others are pitting with him. Who's that? That is Belitic, Darkser, Alpina, Riker, Drive. Okay, looks like everybody's coming in this time by. So literally everybody in GT just came by except for our leader. Garamite's in. Jork gonna come in? No, Jork's already made his stop. I think Conquer and Eam have as well. Raven is making a stop. Victor is as well. Good lap, he's having a good chance to lead. That is true. We'll have to see how this plays out. Ferrari BSS decided to stay out longer, as we see Eam and Alpina right next to each other, right in the middle of it. Eam challenging Alpina there. Right on board with that. That seems exciting. That's not who I wanted. That's not exactly who I wanted either, but still. Drive versus Bryker. What I really wanted to watch was Eam versus Alpina. Eam is starting to catch their leader in the pits. Yes, he is. Let's see how this filters out. So looks like Eam's going to have a good run here at Alpina. Alright, Ferrari BSS is rolling now. Going through the final complex now. Don't think Balatik's going to jump him, but it's going to be closer as Eam gets the pass done on Alpina. Very out comfortably, it seems. Yep. Gap is closing. What the hell? Gap is closing, though. It was up to 3.6 after that run-in with traffic. Back down to 3.1 now, so still got 20-some minutes left on the clock. We could see that be challenged for at the end. With a little bit of a slide there. Alpina definitely fighting back. We're going to bounce back to Alpina. Alpina with the deep dive. A little bit of a tap. Is he going to get it ahead? He is going to get it ahead. Shuts the door on Eam. Fantastic move there. These two have definitely had a great scrap. Jork and Scotty racing hard. Gonna go see what's going on between these two. Jork's got the advantage right now. Very evenly matched, these two. We've seen them racing throughout the stint. Eam still staying close to Alpina. About 4/10, 5/10 of a second there, somewhere in between. Car alarm going off somewhere outside my house. Alright. Scotty's gotten back ahead of Jork. Jork might have a good run here, though. Looks like he's trying to line up the dive bomb. Scotty a little bit loose on the brakes there. Somebody coming out of the pit lane in TC. Who is that? That is Saint coming out of the pit lane. Elsewhere, Blackout has grown that lead to 3 seconds over Mo. I believe that that is a true representation of the pace between those two. Great line. Sorry, I was not paying attention. I was looking through the field for anything else going on. Ooh, Jork with a nice little move up the inside there. Tried to give him the squeeze. Probably corrected a little bit too much there. Going to lose a little bit of speed. Scotty's going to have a better run. Jork trying to stay ahead. It looks like Scotty's going to have the better position. Jork tried to pull the switcheroo. Had to think better of it. Had to pull out of it. Scotty's ahead for now. Jork closing a little bit, not thinking he has enough room. No, had to check up there. But Scotty's gone wide, gone way wide. Great little scrap we've got going on here between these two. This is for 10th overall in GT. Or 10th in GT, not overall. I guess overall. Astanesh in the pit lane. Looks like another GT going in as well. Who is that? That is Eam making another stop. Looks like Drive and Breaker are still close together. Great battle either way. Don't worry, dude. I'm not English, so I don't know Silverstone corner names by heart either. All I know is Max and Beckett's because I suffered through there so many times. This Jork has a good line through there, but Scotty still has the better run. Going through turn 1 now. Somebody, who's that out in front of them? That's Eam right now in front of them. That might be interesting here. Goes the long right for the old start finish. I'm sure we have a few Brits lurking around here that could inform us very quickly. Garmite was close to the back of Drive. Breaker's very much under pressure from Drive right now. Still, this is a nice little scrap we're watching right now. Kind of don't want to jump away from it too badly. Raven's also on the back of this. Bring it home for RBSS. He's holding it so far. Great little move there by Jork. Sees the opportunity and just sneaks it right up. Yo, BDF, that was some great driving out there by you. Definitely a fun Stint 1 to watch. Well, either way, your driver, BDF, even if it's not you. Scotty just does not give up on Jork. This has been a non-stop just swap fest between these two. Garmite's caught Drive, caught Breaker. I kind of want to see what's going on there, but at the same time I don't, because this is such a good one. Drive's falling back a little bit on Breaker. Looks like one of them has pitted out of that battle. No, Garmite's still right on the back of Drive. Jork loses 10th to Scotty. Victor running a bit of a distant 13th right now. Go see what's going on with this battle. Garmite, Breaker, and Drive. Drive has just gotten past Breaker. Heard someone summon me. Either way, congrats on your 2 stints. It was a very entertaining first stint to watch with your efforts to get by. And a pretty dominant second stint. Still sucks to hear what happened with quali and everything. A little bit of a lock up there from Breaker trying to get by Drive. How is that what's that other scrap going? Jork is still pressuring Scotty there. Hey, good job not being in 4th. Ouch. Riker's right on the rear drive there. Jork and Scotty still close. Raven is definitely involved in that battle now. We got 2 3-ways going on in GT right now, and somebody in the pits. That is Norbert in the pits for TC. Out front, still Ferrari BSS, 2.7 over Balatic. It's come down a little bit from the 3.6 it was before, but I think at the rate that gap is going down at, he might come under pressure in the final few laps. I'm not sure. I would not say that is a comfortable lead at all. Balatic in second seems to be closing down on Ferrari BSS, even if slowly. Darkser down in third at the moment, Conquer in fourth, Alpina in fifth, Drive in third, though that is not at all secure, as Bryker and Garmite are battling all for sixth. Ninth we have Eam, followed by Scotty and Jork. Don't have to defend for an hour. Yeah. And 10th, we do have Scotty at the moment, but that is very much in question as Jork and Raven are duking it out pretty hard there. And in 13th, we have Victor. Looks like Mo is in the pit lane right now. Blackout's pitted before. See how this ends up. I don't think Blackout's going to jump him. Blackout had a pretty commanding lead over Mo before. We'll see how it goes. This battle on track we're watching is still very close. Blackout easily clears Mo. A little bit of a tap there on Bryker. Well, in TC, Blackout still leads, followed by Mo, Saint, Astanash, Yamahir, Norbert, Scarhand, Arash, and Oliver. Only DC has been AMS Crickley, and that was earlier on in Stint after having 2 accidents with damage, so insult to injury, I suppose. We have still several positions yet to be fully decided. Garmite got a little bit too aggressive there. Tipped Bryker a little bit. They've both kind of fallen out of touch with Drive. Drive sitting in a bit of a comfortable 6th right now. Hello, bot. Goodbye, bot. Used to motorsport, know the community and driving style. That's fair. It didn't seem like a malicious move. It was just kind of a it was just kind of what happened. And as I said, with about 10 minutes left in the stint, Ferrari BSS, that gap is coming down. As Darkster's catching Balatic as well, we could have a potential 3-way for the lead here. Misjudge and misunderstand stuff and get pissed by that. I can understand that. I started out that way as well. Elsewhere, Raven and Scotty are very close together. Let's see what's going on with these two. That's Scotty, not Raven. I wanted Raven. There we go. What battle were we just watching? We were watching Garmite and Bryker. That's since opened up a little bit. Okay, pits are about to be closed for mandatory stops. Hopefully we don't have another supposed late stop there. I say supposed because it wasn't actually a required stop, but it was made anyway. Scotty with a little bit of a wiggle there. Unfortunately, Raven not quite close enough to capitalize on that. Baltic only 1.7 back now. Raven getting a good drive, going to Maggots and Beckett's. Not really a place to go too wide, though. I goes to the fourth time, though. I don't either. I know he could have made it to the end. I think that Sean was saying that people were yelling at him that he hadn't made his third stop yet, so he did it anyway. I don't know the full story there. I wasn't in that party. But yeah, to a neutral observer, it doesn't make any sense. Ferrari BSS lead down to 1.4 now. 8 minutes on the clock. A little bit over 8 minutes. Runway said he actually did his third stop there. Whoa, as Scotty hits the curb and gets a little bit loose there. Maybe he grenaded his engine. Oh, as Blackout goes for a ride there. Everybody get away with that, no damage. No damage on Raven. I don't think there's any on Blackout. Could be penalty worthy. Could be. Thankfully, Blackout has had has given himself enough of cushion that didn't really affect him too much. PC lives matter. BMW drivers. Gap's down to 1.2 now. Massive asphalt runoffs. Yeah. It's a bit of a forgiving track for instances like that. Well, our closest battle on track right now is about to be the battle for the lead. See if Balatic can close down for RBSS as they both go off in the same place there. They weren't close enough to hit each other. I'm not really sure why they were both off over there. Kind of strange. But Darkser's closing right back up now. So I guess we'll ride with Darkser. Definitely a little bit of a strange. Cruz got rear-ended by a BMW as well, not even 5 minutes ago. You hate to see it. Six minutes left of running here in Stint 3 until we are halfway there. Whoa, whoa. As Darkser just about murders himself on that tire wall again. That's like the third or fourth time I've seen him almost die there. He is a crazy man. Not sure if he just gets a bout of understeer and it just drags him off over there or what, but that is most definitely not a safe maneuver whatsoever. As we all know, the tire walls in Forza are very strange objects that have strange physical properties. Well, Darkser with that slide there has kind of lost the plot, chasing down Balatic a little bit. Balatic with that runoff before kind of lost the plot chasing Ferrari BSS. Pushing too hard, it seems? Yeah, I think so. I mean, why not? 5 minutes left on the clock. Second place in sight. As long as he doesn't, like, end up binning the car, he won't lose too much. Looks like Raven and Scotty are still going at it. Arash is battling with Balatik, apparently. What it looked like a little bit there. Gonna bounce back to these two. Last time we were here, we saw Blackout go for a ride. Raven's catching Scotty at a quick rate. Trying around the outside. Always having a look. Not gonna work. Is that Varus? Okay. Tires are dead and dying again. Yeah, well, it seems like it. Seems like he's just trying to hold on for dear life right now. Eke it out. Get to the end. Look elsewhere. Anything else? Last minute development here. 3.5 minutes left on the clock. Balatik is still catching Ferrari BSS, but with only 3 minutes left, it would be hard to find 1.2 seconds, but not necessarily impossible. Dork is miles away now. Yeah, he is. These two have definitely been duking it pretty hard. Fact number 6. George Lorenzo and Kenny Roberts Sr. both hold the most amount of wins in the top league for motorbikes. Both got 3 wins, all of them on Yamahas. Interesting. Scotty takes a bizarre line there. That doesn't end up losing nearly as much time as I maybe thought he would. Alright, well, as for things that can change, it's always weird on Forza. Yeah, I know. I've never liked it very much. Unlike ACC, it's fantastic. It's a fun corner. But on this game, it's just kind of like, it's awkward. Don't think we're going to see too much changing in TC Blackout with a surprise come from behind win, it would seem. Don't mean to curse him yet, but he is pretty solid in that. This is the only thing that is yet to be decided on track, it would seem. Well, maybe not. Darkster is catching Balatik. They have about a minute and a half. We'll see what's going on over there. See if Darkster can pull a last minute, last gasp Darkster dive bomb out. Riker's catching drive a little bit. Raven and Scotty still going at it. Don't think Darkster has enough. So we're into the final minute now. A few seconds left in Stint. Raven's fallen back a good bit from Scotty. Nope, looks like things are going to stay as they are. Well, still 20 seconds. I just think Dark's just too far back to try something crazy. Alrighty. That is the end there. Looks like Balatik went a little bit further. Darkster was already under braking, so, you know. So, Stint winner, once again, is the VER car of Ferrari BSS 237, followed by OTR Balatic, SFM Darkster, AWR Conquer. Good run from Conquer after having to pit for damage early on with the incident with the TC car. Great recovery from him to end up 4th. 5th, OTR Alpina. 6th, DDM Drive. 7th, GPR Breaker. 8th, RDC Garmite. 9th, SSR Eam. 10th, Jork 94. 11th, That Scotty Guy. 12th, NWR Raven. And 13th, LCM Victor. Winning TC for the first time, it's not the OTR car. It's actually the Tinder car of SVR Blackout. Followed by OTR Mo, AMS The Saint, SVR Astanash, Yamahir 682, GTR Norbert, AXR Scarhand, SGR Eresh, and GRT Oliver. 1 DC so far, and that is AMS Crickley. He was having a pretty torrid stint as it was before the DC, and I think the DC really just kind of salted the wound a little bit. But anyway, that is the conclusion of Stint 3. We are officially halfway there, boys. Been a really good race so far. Been entertaining. Hope you guys have enjoyed it as much as I have. Gonna go take a short break. You guys know the deal by now. Gonna roll some ads. Stream will end and it will come right back, and we will prepare for Stint 4. Don't go anywhere, guys. Still got 6 hours left.